Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you folks along on this balmy Thursday.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. Bouncing between 9 and 10 below most of this morning. Currently at 9 below. And the winds are not too big of a factor yet. A little bit of a light breeze out of the north. Wind chill advisory in effect until 11 o'clock this morning. Let's see, you'll be going into the wind.
Oh, good.
So
okay,
your heater will work just a little harder because you're heading up to Ainsworth, right?
We are, yep. Southwest Conference Wrestling Tournament is today, so we'll be up there covering that for you. Of course, Broken Bow among the teams that'll be competing there. Trying to repeat as team champions is what Broken Bow is trying to do today. So we'll be covering them and other area teams from the Southwest Conference Tournament for you today. And we'll be on the air at 11 o'clock. That's when matches are scheduled to begin. We'll have them for you on the radio on KBBN. And we'll take the video camera, too, try to provide a video stream. I was told they might get started with 3 mats. So we'll see if we're going to try to find some way to get all 3 mats on the screen for you. And so, we'll have a video stream going, and we'll do that for you today up in Ainsworth.
Okay. Let me get that moved just a little bit. There we go. That was worse. Never mind. Let me just do this. I'd rather do this anyway with the camera.
Oh, Facebook Live.
Yeah, there. That's better.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, put you in the little screen and me in the big one. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate that.
My pleasure. Excuse me. School lunch menus today. On this February 3rd, baked potato bar at Callaway today.
Sargent Public Schools today going with a fajita wrap with lettuce and cheese, corn, fruit cup, milk, and salad bar at Sargent today.
Anselmo Myrna, they're featuring home-style spaghetti with garlic breadsticks, crispy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich, fajita salad with tortilla chips, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Broken Bow today, their lunch menu showing home-style spaghetti with garlic breadstick, a crispy chicken sandwich, a spicy chicken sandwich, fresh-baked ham and cheese sub, and Southwest salad with tortilla chips among the choices for Broken Bow Middle and High School today.
At Cozad today, they're featuring super nachos, lasagna roll-up, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with cheese stick, fresh corn, fruit, chilled fruit, and milk. And they're also having some baby carrots, by the way.
All right. Gothenburg today, some of their choices include mac and cheese, walking tacos, and pizza at Gothenburg today.
Thedford, it's green beans. Well, there's other things besides green beans, but they're having spaghetti with meat sauce and green beans for superpower and cheesy breadsticks.
All right, Sandhill School in Dunning also serving spaghetti today with meat sauce and breadsticks on the menu at Sandhills.
It's lasagna today at Sumner, Eddyville, Miller, and I understand they're in the semifinals in their conference.
The girls are. Yeah, girls basketball Fort Kearney Conference, and Ansley Litchfield made it to the boys semifinals. They'll play tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Litchfield Public Schools today, roast beef for lunch there. And Ansley Public Schools today serving sweet and sour chicken for lunch. And at Arcadia today, it's hamburgers on the menu at Arcadia.
All right, this half hour yet we'll be hearing from Dave Davis Farmers National with some listings that Kathy and Jim have for you. So be sure and listen for that. That'll be at the tail end of this half hour. Right now we're going to play the game and see if we can get a winner. This is Thursday. What's your prize today? Brent Apperson, my good neighbor, friend, and brother.
Well, I think on Thursday we usually try to visit with Subway, so we'll give you a chance to win a Subway 6-inch sub today. Here's your question. We're asking questions about winter, which seems appropriate this morning. How many months will the average grizzly bear hibernate?
Good question.
How many months will the average grizzly bear hibernate? 1 to 2 months, 2 to 4 months, 4 to 5 months, or 5 to 7 months? How many months will the average grizzly bear hibernate? 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, or 5 to 7? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
At Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow, they have a great variety of quality Health Mart items on sale right now. From pain relief to solid vitamins, Health Mart products offer a great value. Stop by and see your friends at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 until 1 on Saturday. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Stay up to date on your bank accounts no matter where your schedule takes you. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith, the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
No matter what you drive, you need to depend on it, and that all depends on good maintenance. Good thing WinQuest Napa Filter Sale is February 1st through the 11th. Stop in and stock up on quality Napa oil, air, fuel, cabin, and hydraulic filters, and take care of the ride that takes care of you. No matter what you drive, we've got you covered. Grab your list and come to WinQuest Napa Filter Sale, February 1st through the 11th. WinQuest Incorporated, proudly serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And we have Tom on the line. Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Hi. How's it going?
Not too darn bad. Is this the Tom?
Of course it is.
Tom Hilkemeyer?
Oh, yes. Now I recognize the voice a little bit.
Tom, how would you know?
Voice.
Yes, the voice of radio. How would you know how long a bear hibernates? That's what I'm curious about.
Because I'm still in bed.
Oh!
So how many months do you hibernate, Tom, during the wintertime?
Oh, let me see, about 4 to 5.
Well, that's not quite as long as a grizzly bear. Hint, hint.
Oh.
So how many months will the average grizzly bear hibernate? 1 to 2 months, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, or 5 to 7?
Well, if it's not quite as long, I'd say 5 to 7.
Well, Tom, you're right. Well done. And because you've answered correctly, we've got for you a certificate that'll get you a free 6-inch sub at Subway. So come on out and see us, my friend.
6-inch sub. Okay, then I can go back to hibernating?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You'll
Yes.
be filled up.
Boy, this cold weather, I'll tell you, doesn't make for anybody want to do anything.
No, it doesn't.
It's pretty
It's
cold
cold
out there today. 10 below, so stay in and hibernate
With a sub.
with a sub.
All right.
You guys have a good one.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Tom. 7:39. Oh, let's see here. Today, Brent Apperson,
Yes, Dave.
63 years ago today, rock and roll stars Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly were killed along with their pilot Roger Peterson when their plane crashed near Clear Lake, Iowa. It is this day that Don McLean sings about with American Pie.
Mm-hmm.
Sad day.
Yeah.
And I think, as the story goes, Waylon Jennings was in the orchestra and decided not to take the ride and traded. And so he still left a lot of music after that. But that was a sad day. Almost had a job in Clear Lake, Iowa, for a radio station.
Really?
Yeah. They wanted to hire me to go to Clear Lake, Iowa, and work for a radio station. Yeah. It was tempting because Clear Lake, Iowa, sounds, like a really nice place.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a corporate radio station with multiple stations, and I thought, I'm not a corporate guy. But I would like to. I've never been to Clear Lake. Have you?
Way back when I was young.
Really?
My grandparents used to run. I'm pretty sure it was Clear Lake, Iowa. If not, my mom will text me, I'm sure, if she's listening. But my grandparents used to run the youth church Bible camp at Clear Lake, Iowa.
No kidding.
And so, went to church camp there when I was a little older, and, of course, went to see them when they were running it when I was much smaller. So, yeah, I've been to Clear Lake a time or two.
Well, that's left it as a famous name, no doubt about it, because of the loss of Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and the Big Bopper. So we're going to play a little Buddy Holly for you right now in honor of that day, and we'll be back with other things right after this from Buddy Holly, one called Every Day. Buddy Holly. It's hard not to sing along with that one, and so many songs in such a short period of time that he created and recorded, and a lot of influences on others, such as the Beatles and many others who looked up to Buddy Holly for really getting the three-piece band going back in the day, stand-up bass, drums, and lead guitar and rhythm. So yeah, kind of a fun listen there. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy birthday today to Barb Haskell and Jenny Wilcox. They're celebrating birthdays today. And if you're celebrating a birthday today, let's see who you're celebrating with out there. Oh, Davey, 75 today, member of the Kinks. And him and his brother created a lot of music as well, and they had a lot of fights.
Oh, did they?
They didn't get along very well.
Oh, okay.
But they put out some great raw, kind of early, punk, if you will. Some punk artists looked up to the Kinks for their style of raw guitar and singing. And Davies is 75 today. Isla Fisher is 46. She's starting Confessions of a Shopaholic, and also Wedding Crashers. And I guess Now You See Me. I'm familiar with some of those films. Hope you folks are too. Morgan Fairchild.
Oh, okay.
She is 72 today.
Wow.
She famously starred in the 80s nighttime soap Dallas and Flamingo Road and Falcon Crest, but is known these days for playing Chandler's mom on Friends.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, she did play Chandler's mom on Friends.
Yeah. So that's our birthdays and history for the day. You guys be careful on your way up there now. This is going to be exciting. There are going to be a lot of good wrestlers up there.
There will be, yeah. Be a good day of competition, and we'll broadcast it for you on the radio and on the video stream. And then please don't forget, we will have live coverage of high school basketball tonight as well, as we plan to do Twin Loop against Anselmo Myrna. Great area doubleheader for us, and we'll have the girls varsity tipping at 6. Boys will follow, and you can listen to those tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM as well.
Thank you. Let's see here. Our chat box is hot this morning. Good morning from Rochelle. Good morning to you. Good morning to Amanda. Could we wish Ron and Jeannie Coleman a happy anniversary today?
Well, I bet they could.
Well, of course we can.
Yes. Two great people.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Ron
Does
and
it say how many years?
It does not.
No.
Yep. It's their anniversary today. Ron
right.
and Jeannie Coleman, happy anniversary to you. Great people. We are going to be giving away a $25 gift card later on in the show to the Quilting Shack in our Love Local promotion. Each and every day we're giving away a $25 gift card, and today it is to the Quilting Shack. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
It's International Golden Retriever Day. If you got a golden retriever,
Oh, yeah.
celebrate the super friendly, lovable dogs. Sometimes they're almost too lovable, but they are great animals, great dogs. And also, on a serious side, National Missing Persons Day, raising awareness for nearly 88,000 active missing person cases in America. That's awful. A third of all missing persons in the United States, even more awful, are children. So kind of note that, and I know that there's been a lot of talk, even here in Custer County, bringing in experts on preventing abductions and child abuse and missing people. So this is the day we're more aware of that. I like your hood there.
Thanks.
Hey, before we go, just a little teaser. I am excited. I've been able to obtain 2 pairs of sunglasses actually worn by Blue-Eyed Becky over in Arnold.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, so these were at one time personally worn by Becky Daly.
Yeah, Blue-Eyed Becky.
Okay, so does she know you have these?
I
Or
think she actually gave them to Joan and I.
oh, she did. Okay,
at the
that's what I was
parade.
wondering. I was just hoping you didn't like.
Oh no, they were.
Swipe 'em.
She had them on at the summer festival they had. That
Oh, I see.
You know, the late summer festival that
Yeah,
they
right.
reignited last year, and she was on her golf cart, and she had it. Well, I did steal the one pair.
Oh,
She had the one pair on, and she handed it to me as a gift, and
I'm
I looked
glad
down,
you
and
were
there was
honest.
another pair there on the seat of the golf cart, so I took them both. And they have her actual eyelash marks on the...
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So we may
Those
be,
are special.
Oh, they are way special. I'm telling you. We may be giving those as grand prizes to something.
Whoa.
But you can't wash them off because her beautiful eyelashes are right there on the
Yes.
glass. Just an update there for you.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
We are going to honor one more time Buddy Holly, and then we're going to bring you the Dave Davis Farmers National Report. We
Okay.
want you guys to drive careful on your way up there.
Yes, we're off.
Now,
We'll
Higgy
talk to you
Baby-
from Ainsworth.
Higgy Baby is a Sandhills guy, so he knows his way around up in the Sandhills.
Good.
So don't worry about a thing. If you get into any trouble, he'll know someone that can help you.
That's kind of what we're planning on.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.
on KCNI KBBN.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with Farmers National Company, we do have a listing by Myrna that has had a large price reduction. The address is 43254 Dale Cemetery Road, home in the country. Lots of room in this 1.5-story home with original woodwork with hardwood floors under the carpet, formal dining space, a neat open staircase, and a pocket door leading into the living room. Living room also has a pocket door leading into the master bedroom. There is a back porch off of the kitchen, main floor laundry. There are 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor, and upstairs has 4 more bedrooms. This property has a 54 by 84 Morton building with concrete floor and a 14-foot tall garage doors. This home is sitting on 6.3 plus or minus acres located a quarter mile off of Highway 2, and the address is 43254 Dale Cemetery Road, Myrna. And then in Broken Bow, we do have a new listing. It's a commercial building at 934 South D Street. It's a great opportunity. It has a large open main room. Could have 3 offices besides the main part. It was remodeled 3 years ago. Has his and her bathrooms. Storage room. Roof around 5 years old. There's 1760 square foot. And this building is located at 934 South D Street. Also in Broken Bow at 1725 North C Street, we have an 1890 stately 2-story home. This home sits proudly on a hill of a very large lot. Main floor has kitchen, dining area, living area, half bathroom, office, and a family room. Family room has a fireplace and newer waterproof flooring. Upstairs has 3 bedrooms and 2 more bathrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom, hardwood floors under the carpet, partial basement with laundry and great storage. You will enjoy the large wraparound deck. Mostly newer windows, furnace and air conditioner are around 6 years old. Exterior was recently painted. Utility shed, garden shed, and double garage with storage above. That's at 1725 North C Street. It's 79891 Highway 2. It's an acreage close to town. It has a living room with beautiful original hardwood floors, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Laundry is located off of the kitchen. Lower level has a 3rd bedroom with egress windows. All-electric home with a heat pump, nice-sized yard with underground sprinklers, newer windows, septic tank, and concrete driveway, new shingles in 2020 and siding in 2021. Large garage was built in 2012. It's 1.68 plus or minus acres with a fenced-in area in the back for horse. That's at 79891 Highway 2, Broken Bow. At 245 North 9th Avenue, this home has had a very nice remodeled kitchen with a breakfast bar, formal dining area, and an informal dining space. Large master bedroom. Bathroom addition was added in 2015. Master bedroom has walk-in closet with neat barn door. Upstairs has 3 more bedrooms and a 2nd bathroom. Lower level has a family room, office space, 3rd bathroom, and lots of storage. Large attached double garage was also added in 2015. Cute open front porch. Composite deck on the south side of the home. A lot of the windows have been replaced. Some are triple pane and have a warranty that will transfer to a new owner. That's at 245 North 9th Avenue. At 628 South 6th Avenue, this home has a large garage. It's actually a home with an apartment upstairs. Kitchen has lots of cabinets, breakfast nook, and a large pantry. Open living, dining space, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, main floor and lower level laundry, full storage basement with other possibilities. Upstairs has its own entrance. Open loft area with kitchen and living and dining space up there. Has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. All appliances are staying with the home. New PEX PVC drains installed throughout. New instant natural gas water heater in 2019. Underground sprinklers. That's at 628 South 6th Avenue. At 605 North G Street, this home is close to school, large open living concept, kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space, and a breakfast bar open to the formal dining area. Formal dining space has patio doors leading out to the back. There are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on the main floor. Master bedroom has a master bathroom with double sinks. Main floor laundry coming in from the garage. Lower level has a 3rd bathroom with whirlpool tub and a separate shower. 4th bedroom, a craft room, and a family room with a fun bar area separated with a double-sided fireplace. Attached double garage, but then there's also an extra concrete pad to park a camper or extra vehicle, new shingles, and new garage door. That's at 605 North G Street in Broken Bow. I think that sums it up for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Dave Davis, Farmer National, our guest here this morning in the 8 o'clock hour. send out a happy birthday to Jess Taylor today. That was sent in to us on the chat box, and I thought the other day it was on Facebook that it was Jess's birthday. But it's Jess's birthday today. Jess Taylor, happy birthday to you. It's also Dave Davey's birthday today, as we mentioned, so let's celebrate with the Kinks.
Sewing, working out, there's all kinds of loves and passions out there. But what they love at Myers Iron Salvage is taking metal off your hands and stuffing your pockets full of bills. It's not for everyone, but it's their passion. So load up your metals and get them to Myers Iron Salvage on Rhino Road outside of Broken Bow. They'll pay you top dollar. That's Myers Iron Salvage and Roll-Offs of Broken Bow.
Portable generators are a part of life for many Nebraskans during electrical outages. Custer Public Power District wants to remind customers never attach a generator directly to the electrical system of a structure. Make sure your generator is properly grounded and operate in a well-ventilated area. Read and follow the manufacturer's guidelines for operating your generator. Don't be a statistic. Stop, think, safety first when using your generator. This message from Custer Public Power District, empowering progress in partnership with Nebraska Public Power District, our energy supplier.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. Breaking news from the White House. President Biden says the leader of ISIS died in a U.S. counterterrorism raid in northwestern Syria overnight. A U.S. official says the leader blew himself up, killing members of his own family in the process. Pentagon correspondent Cami McCormick.
Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi was appointed as leader of Islamic State less than a week after the death of the previous leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. U.S. Special Forces carried out this raid. Earlier, the Pentagon said it was a success, despite reports of civilian casualties. President Biden this morning said he'll have more to say about the mission later.
The BBC's Anna Foster.
Multiple helicopters were involved, but local sources said U.S. troops faced unexpected resistance on the ground, and heavy aircraft guns mounted on vehicles were used to fight back.
First responders say women and children are among the dead. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Ed Nelson was recently inducted into the Nebraska Aviation Hall of Fame. Ed Nelson has been flying with his father before he can even remember. Since he grew up with his father flying airplanes, he thought that everybody had airplanes. Ed's father, Leonard Nelson, was inducted into the Nebraska Aviation Hall of Fame 20 years before Ed. They are the first father-son duo in the Hall of Fame. Ed gets his passion for flying from his father. At just 7 years old, Ed's father had him land an airplane. 10 years later, and Ed had his first solo flight at just 17 years old. Ed went to the University of Wyoming, where he met his wife Kelly and the Aviation Club. After college, Ed joined the Air Force until 1971, then began his long, extensive career in aviation. In 1974, Ed decided to move back home to help his father spray crops. They called it Nelson's Flying Service. Ed spent the next 30 years spraying crops. In 1986, Ed bought an air service and renamed it Sydney Aviation. Ed was the airport manager as well as having his own shop, working on people's airplanes and crop spraying. Ed stayed very busy, but in his free time purchased airplanes. Ed now has a total of 8 airplanes. Although there were plenty of difficult times in Ed's extensive career, he still says that when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. The North Platte City Council passed an ordinance to allow utility terrain vehicles within city limits between sunrise and sunset at Tuesday night's meeting. This ordinance does not include ATVs, golf carts, low-speed vehicles, and cannot be used on state highways. UTV use on city streets is only allowed after being inspected and obtaining proper registration from the North Platte Police Division. Vehicles allowed will need to meet specific equipment requirements and be operated according to current laws and several new guidelines that are both from state and city ordinance. The equipment requirements include proof of ownership, verify VIN, must be 18 or older, Forest Service approved spark arrestor, adequate muffler without modifications, as well as many others. Anyone wanting to register a UTV will need to bring the vehicle to the police station where it will be inspected for the aforementioned items.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores did multiple TV interviews on Wednesday, reiterating his allegation that Dolphins owner Stephen Ross offered him $100,000 for each game the team lost in 2019. Ross released a statement calling the allegations false, malicious, and defamatory, and promised to defend his personal integrity as well as that of the organization. The Cleveland Browns released a statement calling claims made by former head coach Hugh Jackson completely fabricated on social media. Jackson implied he was offered money to lose games. He later clarified his comments, saying he wasn't explicitly offered money to lose, but that losing was a part of the Browns' long-term plan. The Minnesota Vikings reportedly plan to hire Rams offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell as their next head coach. A deal with O'Connell cannot be completed until after the Rams play in the Super Bowl. NBA games of note, the Wizards beat the 76ers 106-103. It was the Jazz knocking off the Nuggets 108-104. Kings down the Nets 112-101. Lakers beat the Trailblazers 99-94. And the Grizzlies knock off the Knicks 120-108.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill advisory in effect early on. We'll see gradually clearing skies with high temperatures into the lower 20s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 5 above zero. For Friday, abundant sunshine with upper 30s for high temperatures, and then much milder into your weekend. Saturday, sunny to partly cloudy up to 53 with lower 40s Sunday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers has just listed for sale the Divine Ranch located in southern Custer County, Nebraska. This 2,700-acre combination ranch is offered in 3 tracts or as a whole, with a center pivot, dry land, and quality hardland range. The South Loop River runs through the ranch, providing for good sub-irrigated meadows and ample hunting opportunities. This is the first time this ranch has been for sale since it was homesteaded in 1889. Call me, John Farley, or check it out at lashleyland.com.
Currently 9 below zero under a mostly clear sky. Winds are light out of the north, and that's a good thing so far today. Wind chill advisory until 11 o'clock this morning. Barometric pressure up 1 point in the last hour at 30.43. Humidity at 74%. High temperature yesterday 14 with an overnight low of 10 below. Sunrise today occurred at 7:48. Sunset at 5:56 this evening. And nothing to talk about in the rain gauge in this month of February so far. Very early, but a very dry January, as you know. We were talking yesterday. If you didn't hear us visiting about it, we went back and looked at the last 4 months, October, November, December, and January. 1 inch and 18 hundredths total during that period of time. So it is very dry out there. Please be careful with any chance of fires. Coming up next, we'll have the commentary paid for by Ray Hunt. That comes your way right after these words here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? And should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug. It's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason: their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
February is Heart Month, and Melham Medical Center wants to be sure you are heart healthy. We have 4 cardiologists, Dr. Cookman, Dr. Balwans, Dr. Freeling, and Dr. Dasuki, all who visit our specialty clinic on a regular basis. Don't make a trip out of town when you can get big town doctors right here at home. Call 308-872-4157 to schedule your appointment in the specialty clinic. We look forward to partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care.
Ace Hardware in Broken Bow has new owners. Joe and Liz Franzen took over in November of this past year and have continued working hard to serve you with great tool brands like Steel and Milwaukee, plus paints from Clark and Kensington, including primer all-in-one that can be computer matched with your color preference. Of course, plumbing and electrical supplies are in stock too. New hours alert. As of February 1st, they are open Monday to Friday, 7:30 until 6, and Saturday, 8 until 4. Open earlier and staying open until 6 to better serve you at Ace Hardware in Broken Bow.
Thanks for listening. We'll have that commentary paid for by Ray Hunt coming up here shortly. In the meantime, here's Howie Day, one called Collide.
This audio is brought to you by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio from Nick Ector is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
The left thinks the Second Amendment wasn't made for people who look like us. They said the same thing during the Jim Crow era too. It's simply having guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens was the answer. Detroit would be the safest place on earth. Instead, it's seen a 53% increase in shootings in 2020 alone. I was raised my entire life brainwashed that guns were bad and only bad people would need a gun. Until one night when I was robbed at gunpoint in my own driveway. I was staring down the barrel of a gun with my family in the house behind me. The only reason they didn't ransack my house was because I told a whopping lie that my house was filled with guns and trained users. They fled. On that day, I made a promise to myself that I would never look down the barrel or be defenseless ever again, and I would use my experience to help others. This is the only kind of gun control I believe in. In fact, last weekend, I trained 4,000 lovely women to ensure they're never victims. And this isn't about politics for me. It's about common sense.
The first thing that drove me to come out here was just protection for myself.
I feel like empowered.
In Detroit, the crime is increasing, and we just need something to protect ourselves.
I just moved out, so I'm kind of living on my own. And I sometimes work nights, and I be out at night, and no one wants to walk alone at night and feel unprotected, especially in this society and what happens today.
Come out, try it. It can save your life. It can save the life of others.
We've seen with all the defund the police and so on that the law enforcement can't always be there.
And I'm fortunate to be the chairman of our NRA Outreach Committee. Our focus is to push our message out across America to all law-abiding citizens that firearms education and safety are important no matter where you are or who you are.
It doesn't matter if you're white, Asian American, Latino, Latinx. It's your right if you're deaf or hard of hearing. It's your right to carry a gun. It's your Second Amendment right to protect yourselves.
Just had a conversation with a young lady here, and I asked her because I wanted to hear it again. She said, look, I have children, I live alone, and I want my family protected. And so that really does matter.
We're NRA sisters.
I'm an NRA mom.
And I'm an NRA daughter.
And we're bringing grandma back later.
I am the grandma of 2 teenagers, and I am a proud NRA grandma.
Hi, my name is Kiana, and I'm a proud, deaf, black woman of the National Rifle Association.
The only kind of gun control I support is groupings like this.
An armed society is a polite society. The average police response time in Detroit is 15 minutes. The average draw time of a well-trained concealed carry holder is less than 2 seconds. I'm no mathematician, but I know which one I'm betting my life on. Since the beginning, the NRA has never turned its back on people who look like me. The left can call us NRA members terrorists or whatever else they want. But when tragedy strikes, it's us gun owners who will step up and protect our communities. I am proud to be an NRA firearms instructor. I'm also a member of the NRA Outreach Committee, where we bring on the next generation of gun owners. I'm Rick Ector, and I'm a proud member of the National Rifle Association of America.
It is 8:18. Commentary this morning paid for by Ray Hunt up Myrna Way. Speaking of Myrna, the village of Myrna is now hiring a part-time position for village clerk with flexible hours. Some of the responsibilities that they're going to be including in this job is meter reading, billing, recording payments, monthly, quarterly, and yearly reports, including a budget and audit. Other responsibilities include the procedural aspects of council meetings, preparing the agenda, and handling and maintaining all official correspondence and records for village meetings. It also would require a strong understanding of QuickBooks and other computer applications. Wages will depend on experience. Call the Myrna Village office at 308-643-2281 or Kelly at 308-880-0250 to obtain an application. Electronic is available. Applications will be accepted until the position is filled. And you can also drop off your application in the drop box at the community building at Myrna as well. So this job is also posted on Sandhills Express job page. So you can look over the details and get yourself set up for an application to the village of Myrna. I want to talk a little bit. You just heard a little bit about folks who are non-hearing. We are all a little bit that way in certain situations, depending on whether we're not paying attention or maybe, just maybe, we're losing our hearing just a little bit as we go along through life. And it certainly helps when you have youngsters going to school to make sure that their hearing is good to go. Nothing worse than having a child go to school who is not hearing very well and sitting at the back of the room. So from all the way from kids to adults to seniors, hearing is a very, very big thing in our lives. So we are lucky to have Roxanne here in Broken Bow in Custer County. She's a board-certified hearing specialist with over 30 years of experience, and she's right here in town, and she is ready to go for you. She's dependable right here in Broken Bow. You don't have to go to Denver or Omaha or anywhere else to get the top service that you expect in professional services in this area in hearing. She'll offer to you free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, and extended discounts for buying local, as much as $2,000 off. So be sure and ask Roxanne about that. No need, as I mentioned, to travel anywhere. It's right here in town with good local service, free follow-up care and office visits. And Roxanne will meet any price quoted from other offices in the state of Nebraska. Call her to make an appointment at 308-384-3852. 308-384-3852. Her office is located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bow Bootery. The business name is on the glass on the window in front. And she is ready to help you. Call this number, 308-384-3852 to make an appointment and check in with Roxanne. That number again, 308-384-3852. You'll find Roxanne to be friendly and professional and ready to help you hear better if you're not hearing well. And you never know till you get checked, right? So that's the drill there. We'll be right back with more right here on The Breakfast Show, but first these words.
Save on winter decor during winter at the Secret Garden outside of Myrna. Winter decor is marked between 35 and 50% off, and home decor is 30% off. Antiques are 20% off too. Open Friday 11:30 until 4:30 and Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. The Secret Garden. Psalm 80, verse 19. Restore us, O Lord God of hosts. Let your face shine that we may be saved. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
Sports gear and a clearance. Now those are two things that sound great together. The winter apparel clearance is going on now at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Save 30% off winter apparel like hoodies, sweatpants, stocking hats, gloves, and more. If it's winter apparel, it's on clearance. Winter clothes on sale while you can wear them right away? Unheard of. Stay warm with savings at Geared for Sports through February 5th. They are Chamber Love Local participants. Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Spoil your Valentine this year with 15% off store-wide and online savings at Livia's Boutique in Ansley. Save today through February 7th on men's, women's, children, and infants' clothing and accessories. They have something for everyone, including toys and games, colognes and perfumes, necklaces and bracelets. Shop now for that special Valentine on Main Street in Ansley or online at liviasboutique.com. Save 15% through Monday.
Quick note here for you at 8:23 and 9 below zero outside. Shotgun Annie's will be closed this Friday, February 4th. They apologize for any inconvenience, but they have some things they need to take care of. Keep them in mind, though, when celebrating Valentine's Day. Candace will be serving prime rib on Friday, February 11th and Saturday, February 12th. And you can celebrate over the weekend, as it will be closed on Monday on Valentine's Day. So kind of plan on the weekend for Valentine's Day. That's next weekend at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. They will be closed this Friday, February 4th, for some personal things they need to take care of. And so just get ready. Candace will be serving prime rib Friday, February 11th, and Saturday, February 12th. Celebrate with them over the weekend, as they will be closed on Valentine's Day, which is a Monday. They'll also be having a Super Bowl Sunday buffet during the Super Bowl on Sunday, February 13th. $12.95 for their buffet, with a portion of the proceeds going to the Sandhills Cancer Fund. Candace always is working to fight cancer, and she loves it when you enjoy their food and services and at the same time make a little money for that cause. So be sure and plan on that. The Sunday buffet, Super Bowl Sunday buffet, coming up on February 13th at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Here's Bruce Brink.
Sale right now. From pain relief to solid vitamins, Health Mart products offer a great value. Stop by and see your friends at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 until 1 on Saturday. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Galloway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Galloway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Love local as we start the new year. KCNI KBBN is giving away $25 gift cards to these area businesses and more on The Breakfast Show.
Nebraska State Bank, Clips and Curls, Nebraska Past Your Door, Agland 8TV, St. Hills Custom Creations, The Foo Bar and Grill, Lily Kate Boutique, Wenquist Incorporated, and The Quilting Shack.
Keep listening for your chance to win on The Breakfast Show. And remember, love local.
And again, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to the Quilting Shack later on in the show today. But right now, Nate Bell is here from Universal Insurance. How you doing, Nate?
Good morning.
Let me turn that mic on. How's that?
There we go.
There
Good
you
morning.
are. You're not Brent. You're over there.
Yes.
Well, so far we've called you the wrong name and didn't turn your mic on. Do you feel welcome here?
Hey, there you go. That's all right. I've been called worse.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand to that one. It's good to have you in. It's cold out there, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I woke up, saw the temp, and I'm like, "Eeh."
Yeah,
-5 or whatever it was.
Well, it was down to -10.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, not good.
No.
Not good.
Wind chill advisory in effect until 11, and then it'll just be nice as we can.
It's about time, right? I mean, we haven't really had winter, really.
That's true.
It'd be nice if we got some moisture. But.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sure as an insurance guy, you'd like to see a little moisture out there. We've had some nasty fires out there, and in your business, that's not good.
Yeah, that was a scary situation this weekend, for sure. Yeah. That was quite the deal, and luckily nothing too severe happened, which is good, and everybody came out fairly unscathed, which is a blessing, and we had tons of firefighting support, which is always awesome. And
yeah, that was amazing, and talking with some of them on Monday. Then we had a house fire here.
Right.
Then they had to call in help for that, or they did call in help. They're a little tired right now.
Yeah. They've got a lot of work in. We ran some food out to them before, early on Saturday when it first kind of started, and trying to track those guys down and get them food at that time was a little hard to do, but we got them some food and water, and there was just people running everywhere out there. It was really crazy.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that for a moment. We have all kinds of things we insure for.
Yeah.
But fire certainly is one of them for structures.
Yes.
What do we need to look at for coverage? Is that included in an umbrella policy, or is there specific policies?
Fire is one of those things that insurance was nearly almost entirely created because of fire back in the day, and they were called fire policies. So fire is one of those things that's always, I've never seen an exclusion of fire, except for arson.
Yeah.
That'd be the only reason that you'd have an exclusion for fire. It's one of those things that is always covered from if you have an insurance policy for your property, it's always something that's covered. And where you get into situations like what happened this weekend is oftentimes people ask me about fencing. While there's possibilities to insure for fencing, oftentimes very few things ever happen to fences, and you could probably insure yourself poor on that and never see a claim. And
I see.
So it's one of those things you probably take the financial risk a little bit on that. And I think that fire moved pretty quick, so I don't think those fences really sat there and took the heat. Yeah, right. Then you've got structures that may be or may not be on your policy, because on the farm policy, people will insure or not insure structures, especially if they're older, have been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Often the question we get is if we're insuring the structure, or is the stuff inside of it covered? And that's not the case. It has to be listed. The contents have to be insured also as separate from the building. So that's always a question. Smoke damage is something that's covered on the policy. So I think that was some of the issues that arose. But yeah, fire is one of those things that when someone calls up, you never want to have someone call up and say they have a fire, but I don't get nervous about whether or not there's coverage. It's typically something that's covered. So
you mentioned the contents inside of maybe a farm building out there,
right.
Or I suspect maybe a separate garage even at a home would.
Yeah, garages at homes. Yeah, same type of deal. Yeah, the home situation is a little bit different because your contents on your home policy falls under that. The farm gets a little more complex because there's a separation between a business and your personal items. And so your personal items in your house are part of your house, but stuff that services the farm has to be covered. And we often do blanket policies for that. That'll pick up a lot of stuff. We do scheduled tractors and combines and balers and things like that. So
that's what I was kind of thinking about. If you had an old farm building and in the winter you stuck one of your tractors or balers in there, you want to make sure it's covered
on the policy. Yeah, you want to make sure that stuff's on the policy for those types of scenarios for sure. And cattle's something that was a concern, obviously, and everybody got all their cattle out, which was good. And that is something you'd also have to schedule is cattle if you wanted them covered for fire. And we're seeing more and more of that because these herds are getting so expensive, and that's that's their lifeblood. You lose that, and it's hard to recover from. And so we're starting to see more and more of that coverage, and we're starting to see more and more. Unfortunately, we're starting to see more and more of these disasters, whether it's blizzards or the Kansas fire that went several 100,000 acres that went and killed a lot of cattle.
It did, yeah.
You wipe out. I mean, it's no different for a rancher to lose. If they lose a herd, it's no different than if you lost this building.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. Their business won't make any money.
Yeah.
So it's vital that they protect that.
That's when you have to sit down and, what's the odds of that herd being in the way of a fire?
Yes, correct.
And maybe you've got thoroughbreds or registered cattle. I should say, and they might be a little higher end. I guess you'd have to kind of sit down and pencil all that out.
Pencil out the risk and balance that out. It's always a risk assessment and trying to figure out. I've sat down with a lot of folks in the last few weeks because of, as we've talked in the past, the rising cost of construction and buildings, and it's a balancing act of. You don't want to insure yourself poor, as they say, and I don't want you to do that either. But you also don't want to be put in a situation where you would struggle significantly if something bad happened, or could not get going again. So it's a balancing act. And you can do things to mitigate your own risk, right? You can not have all your herd in one spot. You can spread your hay around in smaller piles, so if you don't lose your hay for feeding. There's a lot of different ways to spread your risk around to help self-insure a little bit.
Yeah, so. And all of us are guilty of, I'll just put that there. And I'm sure farmers and ranchers out there probably think about it more than most of us do, but like you say, spreading things out a little bit so you've got a little leeway as far as fire jumping from one place to the next.
Absolutely.
Yeah, something we need to all think about.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question about, I know that you've expanded your product menu.
For lack of a better way to put it. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to,
exactly how to say it.
Yeah.
Now you've been doing this for a while, and we like coming to offices like yours because we can say, Nate, can you help me do this?
Right.
Are there, to this point, are there some companies that you've worked with now? I mean, you've worked with some of them for a long, long time, and now some newer ones that are better about letting you handle things rather than the customer. Because I know there's some...
there's some companies that are... your Progressives of the world, even though we sell them, they do like to have the customer still interact with them and as opposed through us. Most of the companies we deal with, especially on a ag side or a commercial side, that's not the case. Personal side auto is one of those things that more companies are leaning that direction. But we have so many companies that let us do that, that handle that. And even with Progressive to a certain degree, and I don't want to throw them under the bus, but I don't think they're listening, so it's probably okay.
I think we're okay. Although we found that with being online, there are some companies out there that send us stuff after we've talked about it. So I don't know if Progressive wants to send us a
I'm sure on
policy.
Our phones later we'll be getting ads for Progressive, but and they do a good job. They're a good company, but they like to handle that stuff on to a certain degree, but. What we've seen, even with them, is that we can step in if things don't go the way it's supposed to go. And because of our agency size now that we're part of the larger group, we're one of Progressive's largest agencies in the entire country. So we get kind of
got a little pull there.
Yeah, we got a little pull, which is a great thing. We used to get on the phone and have to be on hold for an hour, and now the phone instantly is answered. So there are advantages we have with Progressive now, and so we can get on the phone and make those things, and that's just one example. But for most of our other companies, it's you can deal with me. We'll step in and get it out of the way. So
I'm just wondering if that isn't a question that people might ask, or you might remind them of, if you want us to be right in the middle of it, this company's better than that company, sort of thing.
And we address those when we're looking, when we go through a quoting process. It's not about price always. Price is always a big concern for everybody, but how they're going to be treated in a claim, how a claim will be handled, is this coverage better than that coverage, and is it worth that extra premium? Those are all conversations. Everything goes into that because it's a huge deal. I mean, just because it's cheaper, if it's a bigger hassle, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So,
well, it really comes down to what we talk about every time when you come in, is that we still get along better when we can get together face to face and discuss it, analyze it, pencil things out, make those decisions based on, am I going to spend more on the insurance than I'm going to get?
Correct.
All of those things don't take a long time to talk about, but it's great to be able to sit down with you and do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we enjoy those conversations. They're a lot better than the conversations if they don't happen and someone comes in and why wasn't, why isn't this and that? So you'd rather have those conversations, and that's what I enjoy the most. Really, we all do in our office because it's helping people out, and that's what we want to do. So,
and let's face it, there's probably rare times that you don't know that person who walks in the door.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. Yeah, it's pretty rare.
Which is nice. We kind of jumped in. Was there anything you wanted to talk about today that we didn't discuss already?
No, not really. I mean, we've hit on we've hit on this a few times, and I'm starting to visit with customers. But again, construction costs have went through the roof. Mm-hmm. So while, especially the farmers and ranchers out there, well, ranchers not so much. They're probably getting ready to calve or calving. But the farmers, it's a great time to review that stuff and make sure that your buildings and pivots and everything are up to speed, because we know that the costs have went up. So.
Yeah. This is probably going to be a dumb question, but I'll just ask it anyway. It never has bothered me. But I know you can get insurance set up to replace replacement cost.
Correct.
And then there's other alternatives of just insuring to X amount of dollars, or how does that work?
Yeah, and it depends on what we're insuring, right? There's replacement cost, which as long as you're insured to full value, they'll replace no matter, up to that value. So say the house is insured for $200,000 replacement cost, and it costs $200,000 to rebuild it, they're going to pay for it. Or if there's a partial loss, the roof is replaced, it's not depreciated. The other option in houses is called ACV, or depreciated value, and they'll take the value down and depreciate it down on the partial loss situation. So oftentimes we never really push towards that, because we have to replace roofs so often, and you don't want to replace a roof after it's been depreciated, because you're not going to get a whole lot of payment. So we push on the replacement cost. There's a lot of varies on that from a commercial standpoint and an ag standpoint, and there's home companies that'll do guaranteed replacement costs. So even though your home is insured for $200,000, construction costs have put it in, and now costs $300,000. Well, it's insured at guaranteed replacement costs, so that $300,000's covered.
It's there.
Not many companies do that, and the house has to be a certain age or newer. But if you can get that, and we do have companies that do it, and we do try to push that as much as possible. But that in these situations, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's also ones that are functional replacement cost, which help with older homes. When you're not going to replace horsehair plaster and some other thing. You're going to take the square footage that a two-story. Take for example your home. You have your really old house, big old house. You're going to take that square footage and build a simple ranch home if something were to happen to it potentially, and so you'd have potential options for functional replacement costs, things like that. There's a lot of varying things that can be done, but you want to make sure you have those conversations, and you want to make sure that you get replacement costs if you can afford it, and if you can get it, that's the best way you can go.
Okay. Well, bring your policy in, sit down and talk with Nate or Jack, and look at what you have and see if you're okay, and if you're not, what the options are, and that's what you're there for.
Yep. Give us a call. Stop in.
Okay.
We'll love to have a conversation and take a look at it. So.
All right. Real quick, any baseball news that you have?
No, not a lot. We've been practicing. It's been fun. Looking forward to a great season and learning and teaching, and just love hanging out with those kids and coaching baseball. It's a lot of fun. So
yeah. Well,
we're probably only going to have a little bit of. We're not going to have Major League Baseball for a while, I don't think.
Doesn't look like it.
No, so we may be just watching college baseball for a while.
Well, talking about baseball, this is a good thing to do this time of year.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
All right, Nate Bell, Universal Insurance, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Got a little love and spoonful for you.
with extensive damage to her body.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital until, I want to say, shortly after November or after Thanksgiving, and then transferred to Madonna, and she was actually able to come home right before Christmas time. She is a walking miracle. I believe we're all walking miracles, but, you know, it wasn't her time.
Yeah.
And it's evident that it wasn't her time. And she still has a lot of healing. There needs to be a lot of healing yet. So a lot of bills, medical, traveling expenses, not just for her, but for her family who has been there supporting her this whole time, along with many, many, many people, not just in this area, but around the state and around the nation, really, who have been supporting her. And we're just, you know, I think there's a question out there of why are we doing the benefit now? It is because that she can be there. And we want to celebrate the miracles that we have seen God do through her, and just celebrate him, honor him, but also honor Maddie and her family, and also honor all the first responders. That is going to be an aspect of the evening. So Maddie was a graduate from Wesleyan, a theater major. She is an actress. And so we really wanted to pull in these aspects that are really important to her and that she's passionate about. And so two of her best friends have been a part of the development of this benefit. And one of them actually is, like, he works for a theater in Omaha. And so he has worked really hard in pulling together people that Maddie actually knows. And they're going to be doing some cabaret sets, about 3 to 4 songs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the evening because it is really jammed packed with different things.
Just tear it up. Let's get in it.
Okay, so we start promptly at 5 p.m. We'll have a prayer. Pastor Tim Peterson has agreed to start us off in prayer. Our silent auction will also open at that time, and then we'll also have a moment of silence for Peggy Myers. Peggy Myers was the other individual involved in the head-on collision, and she lost her life. So we want to honor her, and we want to honor her family as well. And then at 5:30, the cabaret will do their set. We're looking at about 20 minutes per cabaret set. So there's one at 5:30, one at 6:15, and one at 7. Now, our silent auction, we've divided it into like 3 sections.
Okay.
And we like to think it's like according to the walls. It will be according to the walls, and each section will close shortly after a cabaret set. This is just to allow people the opportunity to come and go. Like if they don't want to be there the whole time, but they want to donate in some way. And we have organized it so that there's all different kinds of things in each section of the silent auction. So you don't feel like you have to wait the whole time if you don't want to. What else? Oh, we're having a raffle drawing for a kid's car. It is a Lexus. It's a luxury car. Like literally has leather seats.
Oh, wow.
It is the coolest thing ever. So we'll have our raffle drawing for that at 7:30. And then we have had some, all of our donors are amazing, but we have had some high value donations. And so we've decided to have a live auction. Steve Wolf with the Wolf Auction and Realty has agreed to donate his time to auction off some of these items. We are very blessed for him and for his willingness to do this for us. So that will follow immediately the raffle drawing. And then we're going to have some time right towards the end, around 7:45, 7:50, just depending on how the live auction goes. The family would like to say a few words. So they will say a few words, and Maddie too, I believe. So yeah, I rattled that off like really, really fast.
Well, you did a nice job of giving the folks an idea. They could spend the whole evening there, afternoon and evening, or they can drop in and take part in the silent auction, the live auction. I think most people actually will want to see the show. So.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it because, I mean, these people, they're professionals that will be doing this. So, you know, it's going to be fun, I think.
Now, is this, you brought I guess I had a sheet and you brought one in with you of all the information you just laid out. Is this available on Facebook for them to view?
We have an event set up on Facebook. Okay. I set that up, so most of the time people are going to see my name next to all the posts. But I think I have it under Maddie's Miracles Benefit and Welcome Home or something like that. I actually can't remember exactly how I set that up. I would like to add that there will be food. So we will have a walking taco bar, and we will also have a popcorn bar. Maddie actually had a popcorn bar at her senior graduation reception, and so that's kind of where the idea came from. And I mean, my family and the Dotson family are pretty close. I consider them very close family. And we regularly would meet around the holidays and always have popcorn and things with our popcorn. So First Nebraska Bank and First Nebraska Insurance Agency actually are sponsoring the entire popcorn bar, and they're actually serving as well. And then we have a lot of donors that have contributed towards the meal too. So we want, you know, the vision of this has been community, celebration, and just a coming together and having a good time together along with supporting Madison and her family. So
just generally, what age is Maddie? Is she?
Today is actually her birthday.
Really?
Yes. And I believe today she turns 24.
Oh, man. So, folks, turning 24 today with the whole rest of her life ahead of her. And if we can help get her even further along, recovered and back on her feet and enjoying the rest of her life at 24, she's got a whole bunch of good things ahead of her.
She has dreams.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that she wants, you know, to see. She wants to live in those dreams. And so we want to be able to provide the opportunity for her that this is just one less thing that she necessarily has to really think really hard about or stress about. We really don't know. No one knows what the future holds. And Madison has been through over 10 surgeries in less than a year. And, you know, when you have such remarkable damage to your body, you don't know what's going to happen in the next day, month. There possibly could be more surgeries in the future. And if we can help alleviate some of that stress that's already going to be stressful enough to go through yet one more surgery or whatever it may be. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to serve her in that way.
Well, I'm sure the rehab is a big part of this, and a long road ahead with rehab, traveling as you mentioned, you know, being able to work or not work down the road. Yep. So this is very important. This comes up on this Saturday, February 5th. This is at the Arcadia Public School, right?
It is. Yep. We're they have graciously allowed us to use the school. We're utilizing the larger gym, the new gym is what most people call it, and the lobby area. Okay.
Now, go to Facebook and take a look. There's some phone numbers here, and if we throw those out, I don't know that anybody's going to catch those, but there are some folks, maybe you could just mention their names that people can talk to about if they want to make an advance donation or need more information about Maddie's Miracles.
Yeah, so I don't have those memorized, so thank you very much. So we have Alex Calrose, 308-202-0459, Becky Lewick, 308-215-0582, Don Skabinski, 308-219-0312, and then me, Jody Selgrove, at 308-202-0025. And I do want to say that if you cannot attend, we will allow max bids to be called in, and we're going to provide only Don's number, 308-219-0312. 0312. She will be the go-to person for you to either text, which we're preferring because we don't want to get inundated with calls.
Right.
But for the live auction and for the silent auction, if you can call in, a particular item that you want, give us your max bid, and she will be the one to be able to be watching everything and know where you want to land. We're doing another Facebook Live on Saturday after we have everything set up to show everybody what we have again, and really highlight even the baked good items, because we didn't highlight that yesterday on Facebook Live. Mary Lee Johnson is donating 6 dozen kolaches. I know that is a huge deal. I personally have never had them, but being a member of a Cell family, and Mary Lee is Maddie's great aunt.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, just saying. I'm just putting that out there. Like, we have pies, we have cheesecakes. The new Big Red Donuts is actually donating fresh donuts. So, and I know baked goods usually go over like really, really well. So,
they always do.
I just wanted to put that out there for people too.
Mary Lee's kolaches are like, she's the queen of.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I might have to bid on some of those.
I don't know how many hundreds and thousands of dollars that she's raised with her kolaches, but they're well worth it. This is great. And for folks out there who are listening and say, you know what, I've got a commitment on Saturday. I know you can call in and bid. Can they just send a check?
They can.
All right.
Yep.
And where would they send that?
They can send that to Forge and Faith Oak Ministries, 145 North Hastings Street, Arcadia, Nebraska, 68815. And the family has requested, Forge and Faith actually has an account specifically set up for Madison. So if you do write checks, we are asking that you write your checks to Forge and Faith Oak Ministries, and we will make sure that it gets placed into that account.
Okay. All right.
So,
speaking of Forge and Faith Oak Ministries, what's coming up around the corner? I don't know how you put all these things together, these wonderful things together, but I think I know you well enough by now that you've got something in mind down the road.
Oh, yeah. So we just actually had our first Walkworthy retreat on January 22nd. It's the first of 3, and that was a women's retreat. And we will be having another one in April. We haven't set the date yet. The team is kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus right now just to relax, and then we'll come back together either next week or the week following. So it is looking like we're going to be doing Fields of Provision again. We'll do that this summer. It's kind of like a farmer's market, and we host it actually just on our approach at our ministry building in Arcadia. And then we're actually, I don't know, we'll just see what God has planned, but we have talked about doing Christmas in the Village again. We did Christmas in the Village last year, and I think it's going to grow. And we're really excited about that too. And we're actually looking at an Easter event in 2023 that's going to be similar to the King's Journey Live, but really focused on the Easter aspect. So Jesus is coming to Jerusalem, his trial, the cross, and his resurrection. So,
right. Well, I knew you'd have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you asking.
I know that you work hard at this, and it's a passionate thing for you. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. That starts at what time again? It's in the Arcadia Big Gym.
It starts at 5 p.m. And we will go till 8 p.m.
All right. And that's this Saturday, Maddie's Miracles, and cabaret and food and popcorn and fellowship. It's going to be great.
Yes, it will.
Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
At Bo Bootery, we love the word clearance, and we know that you do too. Come and see us during our winter clearance going on right now. 30% savings have been marked on winter shoes, snow boots, bear paws, and fashion boots. Also save on leggings, tights, and winter socks. We have overboots and a few western boots on sale too. A few exclusions do apply. The winter clearance sale going on right now at Bo Bootery.
This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and we have just been appointed with Northstar Insurance Company. Northstar is one of the top insurance companies in the Midwest. As an independent agency, it's beneficial to have several companies to choose from to get the best coverage for the best price for you. Both Tim and I have ag experience and would be happy to visit with you about insurance for your farm or ranch or your home, auto, life, and health. We handle it all. Stop by and see us today in Broken Bow or Callaway. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Look for the big red sign.
The Arrow Seed Company offers top quality seed for those early planted crops like peas, oats, and alfalfa. Book your seed now so it's ready when you are. Arrow Seed offers several oat varieties including dual-purpose cherries, tall late-maturing multi-purpose Goliath, high test-weight Haydens, or Everleaf, the long-season forage oat. Volume discounts are available. To increase your protein and feed value, consider adding forage peas to your oats. Stop in or call Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, your local Arrow Seed dealer, or visit arrowseed.com today to learn more. Arrow Seed, first in forage.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. President Biden says ISIS leader is dead. A U.S. official tells CBS News that man blew himself up during a U.S. special ops raid. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, taken off the battlefield in a statement issued by the president. The president says this midnight raid in northwestern Syria was aimed at making the world a safer place. He says it was successful, that all American forces returned safely from the operation.
More from Pentagon correspondent David Martin.
Reports from residents on the ground say the raid lasted 2 hours and involved helicopters, explosives, and machine gun fire. According to residents and activists, U.S. troops used loudspeakers urging women and children to leave the area.
First responders going through the rubble of a shattered home. They say women and children are among the victims. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Ralph Irvin.
Wednesday night on the NBA hardwood, the Brooklyn Nets lost their sixth straight game. They fell in Sacramento, 112-101, 7 Kings scoring in double figures in their victory. Utah snapped a 5-game losing streak, beating Denver 108-104. Trent Forrest led 6 Jazz players in double figures. He had 18. Josh Richardson, 23 points off the bench, leading Boston past Charlotte 113-107. The Celtics have won 3 straight. Jaren Jackson scored 26 to lead 6 Memphis players in double figures. They beat the New York Knicks 120-108, and Gary Harris had 22 points, leading Orlando past Indiana 119-118. In the NFL, or maybe it's in college football, Jim Harbaugh is going to return to Ann Arbor in the Michigan Wolverines. He's not pursuing the head coaching job in Minnesota.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a wind chill advisory in effect early on. We'll see gradually clearing skies with high temperatures into the lower 20s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 5 above zero. For Friday, abundant sunshine with upper 30s for high temperatures, and then much milder into your weekend. Saturday, sunny to partly cloudy up to 53, with lower 40s Sunday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
9:09 is your time. It is always good to have you aboard. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for listening. And thanks to Jody Selgrove for coming in and talking about Maddie's Miracles. Again, that is coming up this Saturday, February 5th, from 5 until 8 p.m. at the Arcadia Public School. And we're going to have cabaret sets and walking tacos and popcorn, silent auction, live auction, and all the proceeds go towards medical rehab and traveling expenses for Maddie and her family. And they're going to do a great job of raising some money and helping Maddie out. And we can help. So let's consider doing that. And you can, of course, and just make a donation if you like as well. Coming up before we close the show here this morning, we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card to the Quilting Shack, and we'll be doing that towards the end of the show. We will be concluding the show promptly at 9:30 today. We want to get set up and ready for all the wrestling from Ainsworth, Nebraska, Southwest Conference, and Kurt Crawley and Brent Apperson and Gavin Higgins on their way up there, and they'll be setting up both audio and video for you today. So go to Sandhills Express and go up to the top of the page and click on the streaming tab, live stream tab, and pick out which stream you want. It could be Facebook, Sandhills Facebook, or it can be also YouTube and Twitter, all available there for you. And if you just key it in, know there's been a little change on the YouTube. No longer KBBN, it's Sandhills live YouTube there for the action today, and we'll look forward to that. Lots of people will be listening. I know a lot of us like to watch the wrestling, but you have to sit down in most cases and get stationary, and a lot of us have things to do out there. So either way, radio or live stream, it's all available, made available by some great businesses. And then tonight we'll have basketball for you, and Larry Cotner and Coach Seibert working together tonight, and they'll be in Sargent covering the Twin Loop and Anselmo Myrna action, and the girls are supposed to tip off around 6 o'clock tonight. So we'll be going from wrestling to basketball tonight over in Sargent. So we've got you covered on your Husker and high school sports connection, KCNI, KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. I've been searching the Blind Boys for you of Alabama. They do a lot of great music, including some gospel, and we have that one in our playlist here on KBBN. So hope you enjoyed that. Send that out to Jody this morning. I think she might like that one. Let's check in with some great businesses that would like you to know about what they would love to do for you.
Cynthia Human, owner of Nebraska Pasture Door, has purchased Deb's Embroidery Shop and moved to Myrna. That means she is ready to help you create your personalized embroidered apparel. Whether it's team mascots, logos of your business, teams or group events, professional or casual wear, hats, and more, Cynthia is ready to go. Stop by and see what she can do for you. Nebraska Pasture Door is located across Highway 2 from the Anselmo Myrna School's South parking lot in the Big Shop building.
Is the lighting in your shop or commercial space the absolute best it can be? Upgrade it with the help of Custer Public Power's EnergyWise program. Enhance light quality and save up to 80% on lighting costs when you update your lighting technologies. Simply pick up an application, have a contractor install one of the qualifying lighting products, complete the application, and submit within 90 days of install, and you're on your way to great incentives. Get EnergyWise today with Custer Public Power.
The friendly staff at the grocery cart would love to see you through their doors to enjoy these deals. 80% lean ground beef in 10-pound tubes, just $3.28 a pound. Hormel bone-in Boston butt pork roast is $1.78 a pound. 32-ounce package Aquastar tilapia fish fillets are $9.98. Campbell's chunky or home-style soups are 3 for $5. General Mills Chex, Bugles, or Gardetto's mix are 98 cents each, and Betty Crocker helpers are only 4 for $5 at Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Dave Burney with you here on The Breakfast Show. A couple things we wanted to highlight here. We've been talking about a little bit, and it is a little ways off now, but we are in the month of February, and there will be a cancer benefit for Max Richards on Sunday, February 27th, and that will be from 4 until 7 p.m. at the Veterans Building here in Broken Bow. Right now, though, they're collecting donations for their silent auction that will be held to help Max and Christy with medical costs and lost wages, and they're going to be having a pulled pork sandwich and soup and chips and cookies feed that same night, so get ready for that. Right now, though, if you'd like to make a donation to the silent auction, get a hold of Sheila Clark at 308-870-3609. Let me throw that number at you again, 870-3609. Well, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube this morning, watching the show, I'm frozen. Which is good. I'm not moving around, but I'm frozen because Gavin borrowed the camera to take to Ainsworth for a backup in case something goes wrong up there covering the wrestling. So when he pulled the plug, that's what I was doing. But the rest of the picture below is just the studio, and it is live and moving, but we just don't have anybody in there right now. So there's nothing wrong with your computer is what I'm getting at here. Good morning to Steve Hornickel. Thanks for watching or listening this morning. He's dropped by again this morning in the chat box. This just in, Nancy Hardy. Nancy Hardy. I call her Smancy Nancy, and been doing that for years because Nancy is the voice you hear many times when the phone call is made, and she does an update for Edward Jones. And she has been working at Edward Jones in downtown Broken Bow for 30 years. And I thought Nancy was just 32 years old. But she's been working at Edward Jones for 30 years, doing a great job. You might just drop in and say, hey, Nancy, great job. 30 years of service at Edward Jones, and it's her anniversary at her workplace today. Nancy Hardy, always fun to talk to you, both on and off the air. Always have a little chuckle. Good to have you aboard. Got a little Roy Orbison for you.
XtendiMax is a restricted-use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. When you choose the Roundup Ready Xtend crop system, you're choosing exceptional weed control. It controls more weeds than any other soybean system and offers up to 14 days of soil activity on certain small-seeded broadleaf weeds. Plus, you get triple tolerance to dicamba, glyphosate, and glufosinate when used with XtendFlex soybeans. The Roundup Ready Xtend crop system, the system of choice.
Claims are based on approved EPA herbicide labels as of January 2021. Pair with a strong weed management program. Always follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices.
9:23. Matt is here from Subway. Matt, I left a message on your phone, and you were driving down the road.
Yep.
You were coming.
I was on my way.
Good deal. Good deal. How you been?
Not too bad.
Good. Good to have you in live here in the studio. Always the best when you can make it. I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah, hard to find help, so I'm working quite a bit in store, and yeah.
Yeah, not just maintenance. You're actually creating sandwiches too.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get out of that soon. So
I don't blame you. Guy can only do so much, but it has been unusual the last couple of years. There are some reports now that they think we're heading out of this, and springtime's going to be a good one, so let's hope for that.
I was going to say I hope so, because after last week, I was going to say there's schools shut down everywhere.
Yeah. Kind of the peak of it, hopefully.
Yeah.
But, and I guess one of the things I want to highlight that we've talked about last week on the phone, with all this going on, I think people really like being able to walk into a Subway and making their order and watching it be built, with the gloves and everything clean and nice, so that people know exactly what they're getting.
Right. It is nice. That's what I love about Subway, is the food's made right in front of me. And I've fired a lot of people in the past, so I have to really watch and choose where I go eat. So it's the nice thing about Subway is they're right there, and you're watching them make everything.
Yeah, and honestly, I think around here, our restaurants are nice and clean. I remember I was a Coca-Cola man 100 years ago. I drove a Coca-Cola truck and delivered up to different places, and some places quite a ways away from here. And back then, it was a little shocking sometimes, because you brought stuff in the back door, and it kind of was a little shocking. And I figured out after a while where I wanted to eat and where I didn't want to eat.
If you go into the back room of some restaurants, you will figure out, maybe I don't want to eat here.
Yeah. Like I say, around here, they're good. But there's that promise when you walk into Subway, it's right there in front of you.
It's right there in front of you.
Yeah. There used to be a restaurant down at Ravenna, I think some people might remember. I think it was called Scotty's Cafe. And it was one of those open kitchens behind the counter.
Right.
And a lot of people like to stop and eat there because they watch their hamburger get cooked,
Right. I just say my sister works at a place, and the kitchen, you have the bar for everybody to sit at. It's not a bar, but it's an eating establishment.
Yeah.
But then right behind the waitresses is the cooks cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think it takes a load off of you when you go out to eat, and you actually get to see people make your food.
Well, Subway does it every day, 7 days a week. And then with all the different choices that you guys offer, custom-made sandwich, each and every one, right?
Right. So every sandwich, there's, millions of ways to make a sandwich at Subway.
Yeah. I just had this is what I love about knowing folks in your hometown. I walked in the other day, and Ellen says, "You want a turkey sandwich?" I go, "Yeah."
Yeah, I'll take my usual. You need to throw her off, though, and say, "No, I'll take a BMT today."
I should have, but I hadn't had a turkey for a while. And that's just a good old sandwich that you can have made, and it's a good one if that doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it. So if you're kind of in a rush, it's easy to eat.
Right.
And the wraps are good that way too.
Yeah.
But now yours sometimes get a little carried away, Matt, when you put big meatballs in them and so forth.
Right. Well, my meatitarian comes out in me, and
yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, you can go all the way to where it's a veggie sandwich, all the way to heavy on the meats.
Yeah. You will ring it up however you want to, whatever you want to buy and put on your sandwich. We'll slap it on there for you. And
And a few extra charges here and there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to have bacon on a sandwich, and then you got guacamole now, and you got fresh mozzarella, and then you got shredded mozzarella, shredded cheese. So you got a lot of options on cheeses to put on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like to mix mine up.
Oh, I know you do.
A little pepper jack, a little provolone.
And let's see, are you guys using a kind of a? This changed a while back, I think, with the salt. When you put salt on, is it a sea salt or?
No, we went back to the regular salt because they found out using the grinders just takes a little bit more time.
Yeah. And it is a different seasoning too. Maybe some people didn't like what it did to their sandwich, but so you're on the regular salt.
Right. I wish they'd bring back the sub spice. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, the company they kind of, I guess, try things and introduce them, and if they're really popular, they stay, and if they're not, they might bring them back again later.
Right.
Or even if they are popular, they may take them away.
I was going to say, I think I still have 2 bags of sub spice at home.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Well, let's talk a little bit about the work situation. You mentioned at the top that you're looking for help all the time. Everyone is. But I think through all of this, people like yourselves, businesses like yourself, have tried to be as flexible as they can,
right?
To encourage people to come and work a day or 2 days, and
right. Well, if you want to work 1, 2, 3 days a week, you want to work 6 days a week, we have an opening for you. Yeah. Well, maybe you're the missing link to our team.
Yeah, and one of the things too, I think sometimes people forget, if you are reliable and good at your job, and really try to do the very best you can in a business, there might be a promotion in the works for you at another store or at this store.
Right. That's the nice thing about Subway, and I think I know about every owner in Nebraska, but I can get transfers done. So if you're like a high school kid and you work here in Broken Bow and then you go off to college in Lincoln, I can get a hold of the owners there, put in a good word. So
okay. Yeah. All right. Is there anything that you had on your mind you wanted to talk about today that we haven't talked about?
Don't forget to place your order for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Be thinking about that. What's the best setup there? How far ahead could they order and help you out?
Oh, you can order today online. You can also call the store and place an order. We are recommending everybody do the online ordering. It makes sure the order gets to us.
Okay.
We have all the correct information. You enter it, and then it's all paid for. So all you got to do is walk in and pick it up, and then it's done.
All right, and that's coming up quick. Valentine's Day also coming up quick. Wouldn't be anything wrong with some nice chocolate chip cookies or something like that as a little Valentine's gift, I would think.
Right. Get a dozen cookies, take them to your wife's work, make her and all her coworkers happy.
Yeah.
Makes for a better day.
Yeah, much better day. All right, Matt. Thanks a lot. Anything else?
Come on and see Ellen today.
Yeah, she's there. Yeah. What are you fixing today?
Ice machine, changing filters. Hope that's about it.
I don't think it will be. I'll be honest
it probably won't, because I haven't been here in a month.
Good luck, Matt. Thanks for coming in. Matt with Subway here in Broken Bow. They are open 7 days a week for you.